All right, how are y'all doing? New jaw harp unboxing today. Now, this should be the jaw harp my wife ordered for me for my birthday. It came from Israel, and I think she said it was made in Russia. I'm excited to get this box or bag cut open. It's white bag. It's got some stickers on it. Some Israel something. Let's get it cut open. Without further ado. Oh, I'm cutting in. The bag is resistant. No more. Oh yeah, did not skimp on bubble wrap. Try a new strategy here. This bag is a lot tougher than I thought it'd be. Oh, the boxes come open a lot easier. I like that it's well protected. Okay, there's two things in here. Some wrap. We got some styrofoam wrapping. Oh, look at that. It looks like a case of some type. Made out of wood. Out of a whole bunch of different type pieces of wood put together like a puzzle. That's a cool case. Digging it already. Ha! That didn't go very far now, did it? Now. Oh. Whoa. Look at this big harp. It's got to be a bass harp of some type. Yeah, look at that. Diamond shaped frame. Big. There's a ball or a bead there. I wonder if this is one of the types where you can remove the ball from there to change the tuning. Yeah, this has got to be a bass. That's got a nice tone to it. I like that. All steel. It's got this little band here, but I'm gonna do some playing around with this and get back with you. So a few days have passed, and I've had the opportunity to play around with this jaw harp. I've also been able to look up and see where it's from. This is actually a Titan made by a maker called Masko. I believe it's Russian. So let's take a look at this harp. It is a steel frame with a loop trigger. The trigger is actually really unique. We'll take a look at this trigger here. It's looped, but if you notice, there's a ball or bead. It looks like a little ball bearing. It's a magnet, and it's a really strong magnet. Like, I can't hardly get this out with my fingers because I don't have fingernails. So what I use is a ballpoint pen. I'll push that out of there, and it's a really strong little magnet. And I'll show you here. Look at how well it sticks to the edge on the magnifying glass. But moving forward, it's a bass harp. It's tuned to an F sharp. It has F sharp written. Let's see if we're upside down. It has F sharp scribed or engraved on the back of it. I do like this method of labeling what tuning it is. Instead of being a sticker, it is scribed on the back of there. So regardless of how many times I clean it or oil it, it doesn't come off. I like that. And then it's got this bridge here that gives it a little bit of extra rigidity because it is in fact a very, very long harp. Here is a Zalagai bass and low E, and I'll give a comparison of length, and it's actually, probably inch or better longer than that. So it needs that bridge on there to keep your teeth from pressing it together. The space in between the embouchure and reed on this are extremely, extremely tight. Up until about here, there's probably a 1/16 inch space in here. And then from here on forward, there's just a microscopic, tiny little space. It's very, very sensitive. I like that about it. Now, this is a pretty difficult harp to play, much like your bass Zalagais or anything with a long tongue on it. Not only does it have that really tight space in between the embouchure and reed, but the tongue or reed on it is very, very long, and there's lots of opportunities for it to misstrike, for you to misstrike and contact the frame. I do like this harp quite a bit. Let's take a look at how the ball affects the sound. Here is the sound with the ball or magnetic bead in there. The ball actually lowers the pitch of it quite a bit. That extra weight causes the reed to move a lot slower. Let's give a listen to it. I'm going to start at the top with the magnetic ball in it and work my way down. Excellent sustain out of this too. Let's just give a listen to the sustain really. Just off one pluck, we'll see how long it'll go. Now we're going to remove the magnetic bead and see what that does to the sound. It's kind of with the magnetic bead that's really unique. I really like that. It's kind of like having two different harps in one. This magnetic bead, and once it's in there, it's not going to go flying out because it's pretty difficult to remove. Now let's give a listen to the change in pitch that removing that magnetic bead will be. We'll start at the top, work our way down. I do like the option of getting two different tones out of a different harp. Now let's go ahead, we're going to go ahead and compare it to another bass harp. We're going to compare it to the Zalagai Black Fire in low E. Let's give a listen. We'll hit it once and just check out the sustain on it. Compared. Oh man, that bead, it really sticks on there. So you got a powerful, must be a neodymium magnet or something close to that. Let's listen to the sustain with this ball on here. Very nice tone it has. Now this is a more difficult harp to play. Out of all mine, it's probably the most difficult to play because of that really tight embouchure and reed and then the long reed on there. If you strike it all, even at a slight angle, upward or downward, you're going to get this clicking noise. I'll show you this. But that's true, I think, of any bass harp that's going to be really sensitive. Let's give a try and see if we can get that noise out of the Zalagai Black Fire in low E. Not quite as pronounced. The reed on it isn't quite as long, and there's a lot more space in between the embouchure and the reed, just to show you how much of a difference there is, how tight this truly is. We'll take a look at the space in between the embouchure and reed on the Black Fire, which is tight. This is a pretty responsive harp. All the Black Fires are. Compared to this is just, you can't hardly even see the space in between there. It's very, very sensitive. The harp picks up almost everything you do. I really like this harp. And oh yes, it does have a square frame, and it's beveled on the end. I like that little bevel there. But I could go on and on about the things I like about this harp. Let's go ahead and do some inward and outward plucking. Now I'm going to take the ball out because the ball, that extra weight, you really have to have your timing on to do inward and outward plucking, especially if you want to do it very fast. That extra weight, you really have to time out when you pluck it. Let's see if we can get this thing moving. Now this is a more difficult harp to play. It's been challenging me, and I do enjoy a challenge. I've started plucking it a little bit different than all my harps. Instead of plucking on the trigger about here, contacting my finger there, I've just been grazing my fingertip across there and having really good results with that. Let's get it some inward and outward plucking and see how it sounds. I really do like the way this harp plays, and I've had to do some practicing myself just to just to get used to the timing of this harp and how your finger has to contact it. I really like it. I like the way it has that bridge on there. It really makes it nice for muting the harp if you want to mute it from the back with your thumb here, or muting it with the finger here. That bridge makes things really nice. And I really do like this harp. I like that it's an F sharp. I don't have any harps that are tuned to a sharp, but that sharp just has a really, really gnarly sound to it. I like that. And if I had to say it, I really do like this harp, and it does get the Bead Corp seal of approval. Well, that's going to be it for the jaw harp. Wait, hold on a second. This isn't the jaw harp technique of the week. This is an unboxing. This goes out to my wife. Thank you so very much for this harp. It was such a thoughtful gift. It came with such a nice case. I really do enjoy it. It fits in the case. Here's how it goes in the case. It goes in the case with the ball off. Then you put the ball on it and it can't come out. And there's also holes in it for some lashing to lash it in there. But that's going to about wrap it up for this unboxing. Like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Harp out.